Good morning from an abandoned border post between France and Spain. There was a storm raging last night, so I wasn't the only one to seek shelter in here. As you can see, I met a couple of cyclists.
Hey, hello! There's Andreas. He is on a motorbike. So good morning, Andreas.
Good morning. Good morning.
This is our crib.
So, how did you guys sleep?
We slept light, not very well actually. We slept. There was a lot of wind, so it was terrible.
I had a really good night's sleep. Like, I assumed it was gonna be terrible, but I think I got a solid 8 hours.
Not bad.
No, not at all. Even though the floor was shaking from the wind.
Yeah, the floor was shaking from the wind. It was terrifying.
And also, being a border post, of course, it's literally in the middle of a street, so cars were just passing and shining lights all night.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
the two cyclists I met have just left. They're going the same direction as me, but obviously I'll be going a bit faster. For the first time on this trip so far, I don't have a set destination for today. I just set my sat nav for Valencia, where I'm not actually going. But I'll just see how far I'm gonna make it today and hopefully find a nice place to camp. And yeah, for the first time also, the weather doesn't look too bad. the scenery has started to change quite dramatically. It's like every sort of 40 minutes of riding looks like I could be in a different part of the world. It's quite impressive. Today was a really great day on the bike. Covered quite a lot of distance in quite a sort of relaxed fashion. These epic landscapes all throughout, and no motorways. Now I've made myself reasonably comfortable in this abandoned hut. I managed to get the bike inside, luckily, so I can't be seen from the street, because it is a bit more of an open area than what I would prefer. This building is giving me some slight creeps. I'll show you why in the morning, but for now I think I'll just enjoy my dinner and hopefully have a good night's sleep here. So, see you in a bit. Good morning from southern Spain. When I found this place last night, it was almost dark, but check out the view that I have woken up to this morning. Now, I did mention yesterday, before I went to bed, that I was getting some slight creeps from this place. It's not because it's the worst place I've ever slept, definitely not. But I thought I'd give you a quick tour to show you what I'm on about. While at the moment this place is an absolute mess, it's quite clear to see that at some point somebody has been living here. How long ago, I don't know. But more than just people having spent a couple of nights here, it seems that somebody tried to turn this place into a home. Now, I don't know if it might have been local homeless Spanish people, or if it might have been immigrants, because being on the south coast of Spain, quite a lot of immigrants from Africa come this way through. And in fact, we are at the moment just 15 minutes or so away from one of the largest plantation areas in Europe, perhaps the largest, I'm not sure, where it's rumored that quite a lot of illegal immigrants work for way too little money. And even, it seems, there might have been children living in here. Like, there are some toys lying around. There's a bunch of clothes and some makeup. But some toys and some paintbrushes. It sort of makes you wonder what happened to those people. Where they came from and where they are now. If they left this place voluntarily or if they got kicked out. There's a message written on the door, kind of just politely asking people not to steal. But yeah, apparently it was good enough for them for some time. And last night, it was good enough for me. Come down to this little vantage point here and check out the sea of plastic greenhouses. Stretches as far as the eye can see. Judging by the map, it's more than 25 kilometers long. So this is where our cheap Spanish vegetables come from. and where, as far as I've heard, it's quite normal that day workers with no contract get paid about 30 euros per day. It is such a maze, this place, and it just goes on and on. But let's go and find Malaga. Now I just came down here to the beach for a little lunch stop, and the reason I got quite late yesterday was that I was sort of hoping that I could find some abandoned place with an ocean view, which I couldn't. So in the end I just went a bit up into the mountains, and sure enough I found something quite quickly. And then of course now, when I don't need a place to sleep, I've passed 4 abandoned beachfront houses in the past 20 minutes or so. So one thing I have learned about traveling in Spain on a budget is that it makes no sense to bring a tent whatsoever, because it's so much easier to find an abandoned place to squat than it is to find a place where you can pitch a tent. So that was by no means the best ride of this trip. Visibility on this road isn't great. Also, I had the sun dead in my face most of the way, and it's damp in many places. But no regrets on choosing this route, because would you just look at that view. This is also where I will end the video for today. So see you in the next one.